Hey everybody, welcome to day 36 of my mental health journey. For those of you who aren't aware, essentially I document my day-to-day struggles with mental health, mainly anxiety, just with the hope of connecting with other folks, as well as using this to provide a platform for people for whom I can't speak to share their stories and hopefully connect with other people in the process. That being said, guys, this might be the hottest day of the year, so I am like legitimately sweating a lot already. I've been in the car for maybe 2 minutes, so I'm going to keep it brief. But basically, this topic that I'm going to speak on today, it just kind of felt like the stars aligned for it. So I had somebody who I consider a friend who has been very supportive of the channel and whatnot. He reached out to me, just kind of shared an idea that he thought might be something worth speaking about. And then I use this app called Headspace to meditate. And usually it'll have like some sort of initial, like the guru will like give you an idea about life in general, and then you'll meditate. And then at the end of the session, it'll have like a little snippet of what they said, just to kind of give you like an overall theme of like what that day's meditation was. And those two things definitely aligned with each other. And I just thought, why not? Somebody suggested I speak on this, and I'm doing meditation, and that was a topic that got spoken on too. So let's talk about it. And that is basically just the importance of point of view. And I want to read the tidbit that I got from the meditation session because I thought that this was really cool and it relates to me a lot, as I will discuss later. But basically it says, if we can bend a little, maybe shift our perception and appreciate a different point of view, we can perhaps change the world around us. And I really do believe that. And it doesn't necessarily mean like if you change your point of view, like you're gonna solve all of these horrific crises that are going on across the world, but it does mean that it will change your world. The way that you choose to view things can radically affect how your day goes, whether it's going to be a good day, whether it's going to be a bad day, whether you choose to view something as a lesson or simply as a roadblock or something that can't be overcome. So perception is an extremely powerful tool that humans have. Unfortunately, sometimes we don't realize just how powerful it is, and it can either bring us in an incredibly uplifting direction, or it can really bring you to a dark place. So I think it's super important as well. The idea of being able to change our perception. So sometimes people get so bogged down in like one way of thought that they're very unyielding. And I'll give you an example of that, and I've used it a million times, but when I went on that diet, I was unyielding. I was unwilling to think about like how the diet may have been affecting me mentally. And, I was just like, I had my goal and I wasn't willing to bend even the slightest amount in order to achieve it. And I did, but obviously at a major cost. And I could have, not had to go through that if I had changed my perspective on why I was dieting, what I was looking to get out of it, etc. Also, I've been playing this video game, and I know a lot of you guys don't play video games, so I won't bore you too much. But essentially, it has like a Japanese samurai theme. And I don't know how much you guys know about like the samurai and whatnot, but they had like their own code of ethics, their code of conduct, how they conduct war, how they interact with other people. And it's very rigid. There's a hierarchy and everything like that. It's unyielding. And in this game, basically, they have to confront a different kind of enemy. Those are the Mongols. And the Mongols essentially laugh at them because they're like, these idiots won't break their code. So like but we don't live by that code. So we can just break all of their rules. Like we can steal, we can poison, we can do all this like Machiavellian stuff that will end up getting us powerful, while these fools just essentially are like, well, that's going against the rules, so I can't do it. It's like sometimes you have to fight fire with fire kind of thing. But that was another thing that popped into my head, just like how sometimes we have to be less unyielding and recognize that perspective needs to be taken into consideration, point of view, understanding that things change over time. You can't apply the same solution to everything because the world is constantly changing. You have to adapt and whatnot. And I view having like a changing point of view as an adaptation, because certain points of view will only serve you well for so long, or they just straight up don't serve you well ever, and you have to adapt and realize that there's a better way to view something. And I would use that example for just the way I used to view myself with my anxiety. You know, I would always view it, I would always take the anxiety ridden lens when looking at a problem or a situation, or just like myself, like find all the flaws and everything. But through time and working on myself, I've been much better. And goddamn, I definitely just put my finger in front of the screen. It's all good though. Because I'm already like 5 minutes in and there's just no way in hell I'm doing this again because it's so damn hot in this car. But yeah, just I finally like learned to change my views on myself, and just the way that I view life now is so much different because I recognize just how dead wrong I was for thinking certain ways about myself, and until I was able to over time change that perception of myself and my point of view on different what I would consider roadblocks in the past, now I consider opportunities, for example. Like, it took a lot of just like soul searching and analyzing how I was thinking. The first way to change your point of view is to understand what your current point of view is and what you're getting from it or what you're not getting from it. And then you can move forward. Because sometimes, you know, it's not like every point of view you have is negative. I'm sure that you have a lot of great points of view. I mean, I'm sure that I did too, but this is more for just the stuff that you start to realize like could potentially be, you know, weighing you down and making you not achieve the greatness that you're destined to achieve. So I hope that this resonates with you guys. I'm like about to melt and like pass out for real. So I'm going to hop out of this car, guys, but love you. I'll post this later tonight, and I'm going to keep brainstorming for ideas, hopefully get another video out early next week. But hope you guys have a nice Sunday, and hopefully you guys are inside because it's just not fit for life right now.